Gorgeous people, I am off to my first ski lesson and I'm excited but nervous. I don't know what this is going to entail, and these boots are so difficult to walk in. They say you're supposed to walk heel toe to make it easier, but I'm still struggling. I am having so much fun on this ski trip. I had to do a quick rundown of my day and what it has been like being here thus far. And I'm outside. Yes, it is cold, but I absolutely love waking up and coming out here in the morning and just taking in the fresh air, the brisk, cold, fresh air. It's refreshing. It wakes me up, and I'm just enjoying this experience. And I get to see all of the skiers and the snowboarders walk past my room with all their gear, and it just makes me excited to go for my lesson today. Like yesterday was my first lesson. Okay, I kind of wanted to give y'all a little rundown on my gear because it's actually really working for me. So I got these gloves from Columbia, and they're actually really warm, and they do have liners, so that's what I have on now. And then they have fingertips for your fingers and your thumbs, or your pointed fingers and your thumbs, where you can still use your cell phone and everything like that and don't have to worry. And then they do have this nice little clip so you can go ahead and snap them together so you don't lose them. And then I have this string here that I just kind of put in between my little Velcro strap just so I don't lose them when I need to pull them off relatively quickly. But these are really warm. And with this being my first time skiing, I didn't necessarily know like the best gear to get or like what I really needed. So when I got these gloves, they had this nice little feature, and it was like you can kind of rub your nose with the gloves. And I was like, I don't understand. Like, they're just gloves, right? But as you can see, like, this texture is different than this texture. And so some nice, like, little, I don't know, cotton maybe kind of material. And it does come in handy because it is cold, so your nose might get running. So you can just wipe it with your thumb, and then obviously you want to wipe this off at some point in the day with some, like, soap and water or something. But I thought that was really cool. This jacket is also Columbia as well, and it is really, really warm. It has this nice little lining in here to keep you warm. It does have an inside pocket. It's fleece, and I can put a lot of stuff in there. That's where I've been keeping like my ski lift pass. Let me show y'all. So I really like the pocket, and you can put your room key and stuff like that, which is that there. And where's my ski lift pass? Oh, here we go. And then my ski lift pass. So this has been a great pocket to have because you don't want to take a lot of stuff up on the mountain and stuff like that with you. So just tuck whatever you need in there, and it's really handy. And this coat is so warm. This bib I have on, this coat I got from Dick's, and it was actually on sale because y'all know your girl. I was like, I don't want to spend like hundreds and hundreds of dollars on ski gear, and I'm not really a skier, but I just really want to stay warm. But I did get the coat from Dick's, and then I got the gloves actually from Columbia.com, and they was having a sale as well, so your girl was winning. This bib I have on today came from Dick's as well, and it is really warm. I actually had this for a while because I have been to Denver before, and I did Subin, and I had bought that for this. So this is really warm. I'm loving my gear. I'll probably show y'all the rest of it a little bit later because I have some different pants which also came from Columbia, and then I'll show you all my goggles. And my boots is just some UGG boots that I already have, but those don't really like play a big factor into like what you need when you're going up on the mountains, because you get your ski boots. So yes, you need some warm boots for like walking around or whatever like that if you're going to be outside, but when you're up on the mountains, the boots don't necessarily matter as much as maybe, let's say, your socks. So I did get some wool socks from Dick's as well, which has been tremendous because normally like my feet will get cold and then my fingers get cold. Right now they're getting cold because I just got these liners on, but when I had the gloves and stuff on all together when I was on the mountains yesterday, I was cool. So I will show y'all my goggles, my other pants, which was really, really warm, and them pants were amazing. Like, if I become a ski girly, I would definitely be buying some more of those Columbia pants. And then I'll show you all the brand of socks that I got. Other than that, the gear is relatively simple. As far as my Under Armour, I just wear like some fleeced linen or some fleece lined leggings. I know they have like specific underwear or undergarments that you can put on under your ski clothes and stuff to keep you warm and make sure like if you're sweating, it's not making your clothes wet and stuff like that. But I didn't purchase any of that stuff. I literally already had fleece lined leggings, so I just wore those. And then this is just a basic sweater, and this is probably not the best suggestion, but I just have jeans on under my bib and under my ski pants that I had on yesterday. I mentioned that to a few people. I was like, why you didn't wear like some joggers or something besides jeans? And I was like, I don't know. I thought about bringing joggers, but I was like, yeah, it'll be okay. So I just have on basic clothes, honestly, under my ski gear. And like I said, the fleeced line leggings. So other than that, your girl is real basic. I probably don't have on the proper gear underneath, but that's okay because I was extremely warm yesterday, and the temperature was around like 20 degrees, and real feel was coming in around like 14. So I was warm the entire time, honestly. And today it is it's feeling a little bit colder right now than it did yesterday morning, but we'll see how it feels once I get out there. It is supposed to get up to like 40 degrees today, and then the sun is out. So with the sun, it really be like really chill, honestly, and it's not snowing. So I am really excited that it hasn't been snowing, but that's just been my experience thus far. It's been really good though. So let me get into my ski lesson yesterday. So I had the best time yesterday for my first ski lesson, you all. It was an experience. Let's just start there. When we went to go pick up our skis from the valet station or whatever, we met our instructor. His name is Doug, who is amazing. Definitely the best ski instructor of all time. Granted, he was my first and my only thus far, but I'm sure he is the best of all time. So he got us together, gave us a quick rundown of what the day was going to look like. Then we got on the gondola and went up.
And a staff trainer, and we're just going up the gondola right now, about to explore some of our beginner zones, some of the best, most beautiful beginner zones you've seen in Colorado. We got a space right up at the top of the mountain. You can see all of Dillon County spread out before you.
The little kiddie section where you practice, and he started really basics, like just giving us the breakdown of what we're doing, why we're doing it, how it's going to affect us when we're turning or going straight, and all of that. So I really love how he started out the tour, or the lesson I should say, because it helped me get the fundamentals down, right? So after we did that, we went up a little bit higher, and up here we didn't get a chance to ski because Lauren unfortunately is feeling altitude sickness. So I didn't even know that was a thing, but she is feeling it, and some of her symptoms is headaches. Yesterday when we were on the mountain, she was getting dizzy, she felt nauseous, like it's a whole thing, and I was very much unaware of this. So if you're someone who's never been to the Colorado or the Denver area or anything like that, and you're not sure if you're getting altitude sickness, you might want to pick up a few things. I'll show a few screenshots here of some things that we found in the store in the village that she was able to purchase. Like they have the oxygen to help with shortness of breath, because she did have that. And then they also had a few other things to give you your electric lights. And they say you just have to stay really hydrated. So make sure you all are drinking a lot of water prior to getting here, and definitely drinking a lot of water as you continue to be here to make sure that you all are staying hydrated. That was one tip that I really wanted to make sure that I share with you all, because I was very much unaware that that was a thing. And like I said, Lauren was going through it yesterday. So when we got to the top of the mountain, which I think we were at like 11,000 feet. By the time we got to the top of the mountain, we didn't do much. We just kind of got a nice little view of what it looks to be up there. I did like a small little slide down this small hill. Not really skiing, I'll show that. But it was chill. And then they do have this restaurant space, or like kind of a lunch area that you can go and grab food out of. They also had water, so we did that and kind of relaxed before we headed back down, because we did have a cookout, which was part of the MBS summit. And after came back down, went to the summit, had lunch, which was really good. They had great music on. It was just a whole vibe, you all. It was, man, this trip has been amazing. It has been so much fun. But we had lunch. And then after lunch, I actually went back out to ski some more for my lesson, because we had Doug for the entire day. And I skied, I think, for like another 2 hours, 3 hours maybe. And this is where I really started to actually ski. Like, oh my God, y'all, I cannot believe your girl was out here skiing. Y'all, so I am doing my ski lesson. Now I'm on the magic carpet going up to the top of this little bitty hill. And we're gonna see how it works. I'm going with these kids. These kids have no fear. Well, I'm not technically with them, but I feel like I am a little kid. So it's going to be great. So duck walk to the right. Slide.
Slide, you got it, you got it.
Feel like I went too wide.
Yes, just a little bit. But that's all right, we figured it out.
Okay.
Right? Downhill. Where's downhill? Boom.
This way.
So if we point our skis downhill, we'll start sliding.
Yes.
Right? We're going to start pointing them down a little bit, maybe not all the way downhill,
Okay.
but just a little bit of downhill. And then we're going to come back across, so we slow down.
Okay, so we're gonna point a little bit downhill
Yeah.
and then turn them to the left.
Exactly.
To kind of.
Here's a demonstration. So from here, I'm going to get kind of on the hill.
Okay.
I'm going to step my skis so that I'm pointed down.
Okay.
Sliding. And then I'm going to step to the left, across the hill, until I stop sliding.
Okay.
Just like that.
All right.
You can go slow this first time.
Okay.
You need to point downhill.
Okay. So back to it. So when we got over there to do my second lesson, and we went to another location where it was like a ton of little kids, y'all. And so I felt comfortable because I can watch them because they were doing basics, right? And so I didn't feel so intimidated until I got on to the mountain and it was time for me to come down the slope because I didn't want to take nobody out. I did not want to take nobody out at the knees. I didn't want to run into nobody. So when there was a lot of people on the slope, I was really nervous to go down. And at one point, I was following Doug as he was telling me to try to make my turns. And then all of a sudden, I lost it. I just took down the slope. I was going so fast, y'all. I was like, oh my God, I am going to crash, and what am I gonna hear if I injure myself? You know how many people gonna be talking trash? Like, I was like, oh my God, I cannot crash, I cannot crash, I cannot crash. Thankfully, I did not crash. But it was such a good learning experience because once Doug met me at the bottom or whatever, I asked him, what did I do wrong so I can correct it so that didn't happen. I will say it happened again, but I was able to start figuring out how to slow down, what different things I needed to do, and it made it that much more enjoyable. And as the day went on, I progressively got better to the point I was able to get on the chairlift, and I actually was able to like put my skis down on the little hill thing and go, oh, I was so nervous doing that. I was like, I cannot fall off this daggone ski lift chair because I've seen a whole bunch of videos, you know, when people get stuck and falling and it just be a disaster. And I was like, I can't do that. I can't do that. I can't do that. So that was fun. I did not do that. But by the time we got up there, Doug was like, you want to go ahead and just take this slope? And I was like, yeah, no, your girl is not going down that. That looks extremely steep. And I think I'm going to just go full force and not be able to control myself. So it was actually just like, not obstacle course, but this little space where you kind of can bend the corners and get your feet wet there and then come down the hill. So I did that thinking it was going to be better, right? And it was better because I wasn't as fearful. However, your girl crashed into the little mesh net thing and my skis got stuck between the garbage can. And that was the scariest and most hardest part to happen to me for the entire day, because every time I kept trying to pull my skis from between the garbage can, I would slide back and I was just like, oh my God, I cannot slide all the way down this stupid mountain because I'm going to hurt myself. So Doug had to help me like pull myself out, readjust so I can actually turn around and continue down the mountain. But I made it, y'all. I made it. I am here today. We are going for ski lesson number 2. And I'm getting ready to go meet Doug again. So I'm excited. We are actually going to ski on the top of the mountain today. Fingers crossed your girl do good. We're going to have lunch up there. And we are going to do tubing. So it's going to be an exciting day. I'm so happy I was able to come on this trip because I just didn't know. I didn't know. Like, y'all know, always more to see here, and it's so much to see and do in this world. So if you're nervous about things, just go out and try it, and you might end up finding something you enjoy or love. So that is my third tip for today. Just go out and try it. Just do it as best as you possibly can. To finish off our night, we headed over to Bighorn Bistro and Bar. Now, this restaurant was not directly in our village, so we did get on a bus to get over here. It took us about 15 to 20 minutes, and the buses are free. They run along the Keystone Resort property. Just step outside, make sure you get on the right bus, and you will be at your destination. I really enjoyed the food here. Surprisingly, y'all, like, I was so shocked at myself. Now, Lauren, on the other hand, was not too thrilled with her food choice. I had some of the best hot chocolate that I've literally ever had. And it was not spiked. It was so delicious. Like, I really wanted another glass. Lauren ordered these lamb ribs. She said they were burnt and not great. We had some bread for the table. The bread was good. They had them different butter flavors, but they weren't necessarily for me. Now, these Brussels sprouts we ordered was smacking. And then I had this chicken pasta, y'all. It was so phenomenal. I loved everything that I ate. Lauren, on the other hand, not so much. This was like a risotto and some kind of fish. I forgot because it was not mine, but she did not like it. So the last event for the night was a concert that the NBS Summit had put on. Prior to the concert getting started, you can see we just had a little line dancing going on. But overall, this day was amazing. I'm so glad y'all tuned in. I appreciate the love and support that you all give to me. And I cannot wait to show y'all what the rest of my Colorado experience has been. So, as always, gorgeous people, go out there, create memories that will last a lifetime.